Reddit. What's one lie you've repeatedly told throughout your life? I once told my older brother that my favorite color was yellow. He gave me shit for it, saying I've been changing my favorite color every week, and I would surely change it again. He was absolutely correct, but 6-year-old me was offended at that accusation. So, yellow remained my favorite color for the rest of my life. Just to prove a point, it's not my favorite color. Just to prove a point, it's not my favorite color. Are you waiting for him to die to do your color coming out? I don't have a favorite color, and I get shit for it as well. I tend to like black and silver and sleek/professional colors, but saying my favorite color is black will make my family think I'm emo or something. So as of right now, no favorite color. But black isn't a color. You see? Me. Typing furiously. Manager, what are you doing? Me. Working, man. Get off my back. I don't care what people think of me, right? Every time you think you got there, the moment of truth arrives and you find out you're still pretty much the same. Even if you were strictly ignorant to everything, you still somewhere care a tiny bit what other thinks of you. I mean, that is a basic ingredient to survive. Nothing wrong in that. The problem arises that we start to overemphasize and think that everybody else is thinking about us. No, they're not. Nobody has that much free time. Nobody thinks more about you than yourself. The sooner you realize this, the better it is. See this guy, Smidit316, he knows what's up. That I'm short on money. I'm actually just being tight with my money. Grew up extremely poor and actually don't make much money still, but I'm doing something I'm happy with finally. Some people ask me if I want to go out or do something that costs money I could probably afford. I decide not to by giving excuses. This is my life. We have enough money that we could just blow a few hundred a month, and I will fuss over whether or not to pay $10 for a fucking shirt. Whew. Are you me? I hope so. I'd fuck myself. You rich folk humble bragging about all this discretionary money that y'all have. I'm quite the opposite. When I turn things down, I tell people that I'm trying to be conservative with my money, or nah, I'm not really that interested in having a great time. In reality, I'm broke as fuck and can't afford to do anything fun. I always split my money up into my savings and checkings. Even though I have thousands in my savings, I'll say I don't have money because my checking balance is low. Even though I could pull money from my savings and go have fun. I can't. I'm busy. Telling myself I can do it tomorrow over and over again. It's not a lie, though. You can do it tomorrow. You just choose not to. Oh, the procrastinator dilemma. I'm glad I don't do that anymore. A while back, I just started doing whatever I thought of. Need to pay the electric bill? Stop watching TV for a minute and do it. Change the laundry. Do it before your clothes are soaping and you have to run it again. I feel so much better throughout the day knowing I've done all I need to and forget to do way fewer things. There are situations where you're not in the correct context, e.g. thinking about laundry while you're still at work, or engaging in a different task. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Stop giving up. Do not let your dreams be dreams. If I had a dream last night that a giant octopus man was eating me, I'd rather let my dreams stay dreams. I got fired from a lifeguard job because my supervisor thought I was watching TV in the right room when I was just turning it off, and when I was just turning it off as she walked in is what I was telling everyone, but I was really just watching TV and she had a legitimate reason for firing me. I got caught watching movies on my tablet in the back office. I know your pain. Movies or porn? Because movies in quotes. I'm assuming you were actually watching porn on your tablet in the office. Sorry, this is my last piece of gum. Edit. Everyone keeps asking why I share a piece of gum so cheap and there's so much. The reason I don't share is because it's so cheap and plentiful. Buy your own damn gun. Also, if we reversed and I asked you had gum and you said you didn't have any either. I have read and understand the terms and conditions. I tell screaming children whom I don't know that I'm Santa's spy and they just got 3 naughty points. And they need to hug their mommy, daddy, grandparent, or sibling, depending on the tantrum, to get 3 nice points because they're very close to getting on the naughty list. This is the best thing ever. You're what makes this world great. I might steal this. Keep on lying. I'm surprised it works, though. It seems like something that might work on some kids, but when I think of trying that on my nephew, he would probably just... I guess if it was a stranger, it might work. If I tried doing it, he probably wouldn't care. I don't love you anymore. Conversely, that I still love her. I'm sorry, I don't have any change. Not for you, I don't. If I stick this out, it has to get better. I've said this to myself regarding relationships, jobs, living situations. I always claim to be an inch taller than I am, despite being above average for my height, although this obviously doesn't work on direct relatives. You and your people are the reason I have awkward moments. I am 6 feet exactly, and apparently 6 feet is a very popular height to lie about. It's people like you who put me in a social position of either calling someone out on their lie or joining in on the lie and saying I'm taller than 6 feet because I don't want things to get awkward. Can confirm, I am 6 feet even and have been in this situation a lot. I enjoy calling people out on their lies though. Usually it ends with them saying, oh well, I haven't measured myself in a while, so I just guessed. How are you in situations where height is like brought up? I am 6'6", legitimately 6'6". I constantly meet people claiming to be 6'6" or 6'7". You are shorter than me. Rather than just admit their bullshit, they try to tell me I must really be like 6'9". I don't get it. Still, get on the lower end. I'm 5'8". Have been since I stopped my growth spurt, confirmed by every single medical professional who's taken my height for any reason. Yet I've had people insist, you can't be 5'8", I'm 5'8", you're taller than me. They're not entirely wrong because I'm really 5'7" 3/4 and round up. I remember I used to think I was 5'7" for a time. I think I got my height measured and said it was 5'7". And then I told someone who was also 5'7", he's like, you can't be 5'7", I'm 5'7". It's like, I thought I was though, but you're clearly taller than me. And you're not someone who would just lie about something like this, so I'm probably wrong. So I think I measured myself again. I was like, oh, I'm 5'6". Oops. I was lying about being an inch taller than I was. Not intentionally, I just thought I was. I don't do that anymore. But, yeah. I guess I can kind of see this problem. It's too late to watch a movie. I'm going to sleep. Browse Reddit for 3 hours. Alternatively, this 2-hour movie will keep me up for too long. Proceeds to watch 3 episodes of a series. When I get grilled by my parents for something that could get me in trouble, they would always just say, Jesus is telling me that you're lying. Really fucked with my head when I was telling the truth. Why was Jesus trying to get me beaten by my dad? My bad. Misread the question as, been told. I hanged my head in shame. Jesus tells me you're lying. This question was asking about a lie you tell repeatedly. That's all kinds of fucked up. Why don't you answer your phone? Sorry, I was sleeping. It's just hard to explain, oh, I saw it and I just carried on with my life. People I'm close to. I have my addictions under control. To myself. I'll just do a little more, then I'll put it down. That I'm stone cold emotionless machine. Nothing phases me. I'm a man. My SO left me due to my lack of shown affection for her. I realized my grave mistake too late. I lost the only thing that really mattered. Now not a day goes by without me crying my heart out. Ha. What an idiot. I'm fine. Just tired. That I'm special. Not in a condescending way. I'm very self-confident, but I know at the end of the day I'm just another human being. Among the billions, there's no reason for me to ever have any cosmic significance. I'm not the chosen one. I'm not the guy who's going to save the day. But I can dream. You could save the day for someone. Ever adopt a pet? Dogs know you're special. Last game before bed. Or one more game and I'll go start that work I'm supposed to be doing. That a bear knocked my teeth out. It all started when I was 8 years old. I lost my teeth in a baseball game when a foul ball hit me in the face, knocking out my 2 front teeth. For about 8 years after that, I was ridiculed for how stupid my teeth looked and how dumb I was for letting the ball hit me. So I finally decided I had enough and created a fake story about how I got in a fight with a black bear in the woods when I got my teeth knocked out. And honestly, I'm either gotten some decent respect from other people, or at least a good laugh when they hear my fictional story. And sometimes it's helped me hook up with girls. I've been telling this story from when I was 13 until today. Wait, you got shit for not getting out of the way of a speeding foul ball? Dude, people have had serious head traumas because of such things. Fuck those guys. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you, Annie. I'll tell that to Michael Jackson. Sure. I'd love to see 500 photos of your kids. My diet starts tomorrow. They believe it because they can't see the snacks behind you. I taught Governor Schwarzenegger everything he knows about nutrition and bodybuilding. Yeah, well, I taught him how to fight robots. That a nice girl will come around eventually because I'm such a nice guy. I wonder if there's people who actually think that. The thing that took me way too long to realize is being nice isn't enough. You also have to be interesting/intriguing. Yeah, see, this guy knows. This seems to be really useful advice in general. I've always been the socially incompetent type, and a big part of it was that I just didn't know when I was saying stupid douchey crap. I tried to filter better, and eventually got to the point where people were regularly complimenting me on how nice/positive I was. But I still wasn't bonding with people. I started to think that, really, if a person is just bland and friendly but nothing else, what reason am I giving them to want to talk to me? So now I'm working on the have a personality but still be nice balance. Whew. Date a mean one then. More often than not, a mean one is just a regular girl that uses anger as a form of defense because she's only been shown anger. This is true. I swear to you, don't be fake. Be yourself. I like nice guys. Smiley face. I'm over her. I'm guilty of this one. Fake it till you make it. ... Right? Sadly, I'm not your friend. Sadly not. Sadly not, my friend. Sadly not. Well, you can fake it until you make it, and then after enough time, you'll eventually... you probably won't get over her completely, but it won't be that big of a deal. When I was 3, I got smacked across the face with a huge wooden block in kindergarten, which left me with 2 small holes in the center of my nose. I like to tell people it's a horrible stapler accident. Oh. This has got to be the cutest and most innocent lie there. My name is Michael, but I tell everyone my name is Mike. I'm actually extremely intelligent. The reason my life isn't as good as it should be just stems from my lack of motivation, and as soon as I get off my ass, everything will get better. Unrewarded genius is almost a parable at this point. Your smart ass worthless unless you put them to good use. I could be the naturally smartest man in the world. If I don't put in the effort to rival it, I'm just another schlub. I could naturally be pretty fucking dumb, but if I put in the work to rival it, I could be a successful scientist or businessman. Effort is worth infinitely more than talent. Actually, this is true. Action is often the thin line separating successful individuals from the mediocre. A significant quote: "The graveyard is the richest place on earth, because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled. The books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take the first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry on with their dream." Well, it's not wrong that your life will get better if you get off your ass. You're lying to yourself by believing in the opposite, just justifying doing nothing at all. You know, this might not be a lie. I didn't start having a good life until I started working on some things. I was a 400-pound copywriter, got some therapy and learned some shit. Now I'm a 220 artist working on indie games. Not great indie games, mind you, but that'll come later. Sort your shit out, and then you'll be able to give your permission to have the life you always wanted, or at the very least, something better than whatever the fuck it is you're doing now. what kind of therapist is actually helpful? I'm not particularly motivated and have low self-esteem. Sounds like the therapy you got would help. I did a lot of work. If you're anxious or avoider, cognitive behavioral therapy can be useful. Basically, you learn new ways of thinking, expose yourself to stressful situations, and retrain your brain to help you be more resilient and capable. The self-esteem stuff is seriously though, but when you start getting to the roots of it, in my case, it was I never had a sense of self at all. You're able to start building yourself up, start valuing yourself as a person, figuring out how to live your life for you and not for other people. Or just not live life at all. But low self-esteem always comes from somewhere. So you gotta tackle those issues before you can move on from them. I will take some time. I've been at it for a couple years now. But I wouldn't go back to how things were before. I never thought I could be happy with life. I still get bad days, sure, but nothing like it was before. They were not lying, you just don't know the truth. What you think as lack of motivation is really just lack of discipline. You're not supposed to wait for motivation to come to do something. You're supposed to do them anyway, even if you don't feel like it, because it's good for you. This is actually partly true. Honestly, I think OP is just depressed. Yeah, that could be it too. But, motivation isn't everything. What I do for work is creative field. And it would be way easier to do my job if I had motivation every day. But who has motivation every day? You still have to work. You just do it and you'll get it done, whether you're motivated or not. If you wait for motivation, you'll never get shit done. And I know lots of other people who work that way, and they have a terrible workflow compared to me. That I'm allergic to coconut. I hate coconuts, and everyone is convinced that their coconut dish will be the one that will change my mind. It never is, so now I lie and say I'm allergic to it. Oh my god, that's funny. It gets better. Also, this thread is the most depressing thing I've read on Reddit in ages. WTF. I'm completely straight, guys. Oh, that's sad. I don't believe you. 170-degree scum. Would you face social and or legal consequences by coming out? No, I just don't know how people would react. I told one of my best friends a few months ago and he didn't care. I told a few more friends, but they were like, oh, okay, whatever. Now I don't care if people know that I'm bisexual because I doubt anyone else will care either. Are you me? Because this is exactly how coming out has been playing out for me. Everyone either shrugs or says, yeah, I figured. I'm not complaining, but I guess I expected a little drama. That's a good thing. No one has been surprised at all. I had to explain a few things to my parents, but once they understood, they were not surprised. Mom said she suspected I was more likely to be gay than straight. Ever know one of those people where everyone knows they're gay but themselves? I had a friend like that. He came up when we were drunk once. He told me that he was straight as a ruler. I said, yeah, a rubber ruler. But we're not friends anymore. He took that so personally. Yeah, we're not friends anymore. He took that so personally. I guess words like, I'm cool with who you are, don't sound so great when you're not cool with who you are. But he seems to have come to terms with it, so good for him at least. Yeah, a rubber ruler. So, I definitely don't stare at people's tits or anything. When I was in high school, I suffered from depression and used to self-harm to deal with it. Even though I no longer do it, I have scars all over my arms from it. For years I've been lying to people, saying I just didn't like wearing t-shirts or going to the beach, when really it's the fact that I'm scared that they will see my arms and judge me. It sucks because I do enjoy swimming and wearing short sleeves, but it's just not something I can handle right now. I work at a non-profit organization. It's a weird place, but I wash dishes and we get lots of volunteers in. I'm good friends with one of the ex-volunteers now. We would talk lots about so many different things during the shift. We always wear t-shirts because dishwashing, and it was the longest time before I realized he had the biggest, ugliest, gnarliest scars going all up and down the length of his arms. Like dozens and dozens of them. My best friend also had self-harms, although she doesn't do it much anymore. And I'm proud of her for it, but I remember a few months ago she had a twirling competition or something. It wasn't twirling, can't remember if it was competition. And she had a few places on her legs that she recently cut, and since her mom would be watching, she was really worried her mom would see. Her mom never noticed. I've also cut myself a lot, still do sometimes, and I'd be mortified if people saw. I'm lucky in that I have enough control at least to only cut myself high up on my thighs so it doesn't even show with shorts. Now I don't know about sauntering around in t-shirts, but I'd bet dollars to donuts that nobody's going to notice your scars while you're swimming. And I absolutely promise you that no matter how noticeable you think they are, nobody else on this planet is going to notice them as much as you. Because you're looking for them and thinking about them and focusing on them, and everyone else is thinking about whether or not they want a cup of coffee right now. I'm so glad you stopped and are out of that place now. I really hope you find a way to get past your scars with the support of people who care. Huh. I never really did understand people who self-harm. When I was 16, I convinced myself I had learned to sleep standing up. In the last 10 years, I've continued to repeat the lie to people to the point where sometime it was a fact people would bring up about me when I was introduced to someone new. I have a whole fake step-by-step guide that I tell people. It can't get any worse than it already is. Telling people I'm lolling. I'm doing well. Just kidding. Been wanting to die in the inside longer than I remember. Smiley face. With my family background, it's easier to pretend I'm Christian than to go to the trouble of being open atheist brings. Even far away from here, I face a lot less discrimination attitude if I barefaced liar about my religion. I may be a hypocrite, but at least I'm a hypocrite with a job where clients talk to me warmly and don't write nasty letters to my boss about me. Like they did for my openly gay coworker. America sucks sometimes, yo. I lied that I wasn't a virgin until I finally lost it at 28. Now I'm seriously wondering why the fuck I lied about that. I probably cheated myself out of at least a few opportunities between 19 and 25 lying about it. I guess I thought people would think I'm some sort of mutant or something, I don't know. What kind of opportunities would have gone otherwise if you admitted you were earlier? Oh, I basically had a direct offer a couple of times. A few girls came on to me and I was too nervous and shy to admit I was inexperienced, so I made excuses and left. Plus, in the military, all the virgins went to a Spanish brothel, and I didn't go, although I don't regret that one. Yes, Mom, I don't go onto other sites on my computer. That I got into a car accident and lost the tendon in my left pinky. I actually stopped using it when I was little to see, and now I can't straighten it anymore. What? I don't want everyone to know that I have a dysfunctional pinky because of a stupid childhood experiment. Out of curiosity, have you looked into physical therapy to try and regain the motion? Wait, I lost the tendon to my left pinky. I actually just stopped using it when I was little to see, and now I can't straighten it anymore. Wait, what? What made you decide not to use your pinky? How long did it take not to work anymore? This actually makes sense to me as a child decision because I remember being overly fascinated by the Buddhist monks who raised their hands for their entire life. Wait, what were you doing / not doing, and how did it cause your pinky to not straighten? That's actually fascinating. If you told me that, I would think the truth is actually a lie. That I can recite How the Grinch Stole Christmas backwards. Great way to break ice until you get asked to. Why would you lie about that? That's so dumb. I won't eat all these cookies / chips / candies. I'm on my way. I just left. I just pulled out of the driveway, etc. I lost count of how many times I've said this when I was actually sitting and browsing Reddit on my phone. I was told when I get older that all my fears would shrink. Now I'm insecure and I care what people think. I'll start exercising regularly and improving my diet tomorrow / next week / next month. It'll get better. I just checked Reddit for a short while. It's not a lie if you believe it. I promise I won't come in your mouth. Well, don't worry. If you come in my mouth, I'll just pass it right back to you when we're done. Promise? What's a little snowball between friends? Gross.